Hey everybody, so in this video it's going to be kind of weird because it's not anything like a pack opening or a duel or anything like that. It's actually just like a little discussion. I don't know what I would label this under or like a new series I would put it under. I guess I'll think about that in future me. It's a future me problem. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, I'll think about it later. But pretty much what this video is about is me talking about future archetypes, pretty much. What are archetypes? They're pretty much like a type of playable, I don't know how to word it, but they're types of cards that only work with each other. So in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, it would be like Six Samurai. That's a Six Samurai archetype. And for Pokemon, I don't think there are archetypes for Pokemon, but an archetype is pretty much cards that work together. So in Dragon Ball's terms, which is what this video is about, it is going to be a Dragon Ball archetype video that I wish they would bring into the game for the Dragon Ball Super card game, because I feel like they would fit perfectly since they did do a special archetype called the World Tournament archetype, which has been played on the channel before by one of my opponents. My friend plays the World Tournament archetype with the World Tournament announcer and the cards from that set. And they've only done it for that special occasion, the World Tournament. And I feel like there could be other special occasions that they could do similar to it, where the cards only work with each other. I'm kind of putting these two together because I feel like they would fit, mostly because these two are pretty much the same thing when it came to the show. So the two are called Filler and Otherworld. So pretty much they're together because technically the Otherworld arc was filler for the show, and Otherworld was where it's pretty much heaven in the Dragon Ball world. And Otherworld had the characters like Olibu and Pikkon and Grand Kai and all those other characters that were in the other world, but they also categorize under filler because again that was a filler arc. Another type of character that could fit for the filler archetype would be Arale, because Arale isn't from the Dragon Ball world, it's just another type of character that the creator has made before. Akira Toriyama has made Arale in a different series. I think it's called Dr. Slump or something like that, I don't remember exactly. But Arale isn't from Dragon Ball. She just appeared there because Akira Toriyama worked on that anime too. It has the same art style and all that. Arale showed up in Super for one episode, and that would be a filler episode. She also showed up before in the original Dragon Ball. I was just gonna say Dragon Ball, but that doesn't specify. But she showed up in the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super as well. So she would be a filler character. Another filler character that would fit under that would be the villain from Dragon Ball Super, where Jocko had to take Vegeta and save Trunks and Goten because they snuck onto Monaka's ship and they went to that planet. That copy goo looking character and that villain who was trying to find the goop that would transform and all that, those would be filler characters. I don't remember if the villain had a name, but yes, those would be filler characters. Copy Vegeta would also be a filler character. But there are a lot of cards that would fit under the filler arc and in the filler archetype. Funny how that works, filler archetype. But anyway, yeah, there are a lot of cards, again, like Grand Kai, Copy Vegeta, Garlic Jr. even, all those side characters that showed up in an arc that made some type of debut. So that is pretty much 4 and 5. I'm not really doing a top 5, but that's them. Anyway, on to the next one before I go off on a rant.
Goodbye to you all. Bulma, Trunks, and yes, even you, Kakarot.
Now, for another one, I'm not numbering them because I'm not doing a top 5. Another one, which I think would work out perfectly, would be Z Fighters. And the reason I thought about this archetype is because I tried to make a Z Fighter deck before where it only consisted of characters that are in the Z Fighter team. So Yamcha, Tien, Gohan, Chaozu, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, so on. Unfortunately, they didn't all work together, and what I saw is that they would mostly be working in a green color. I think it would be cool if what they did is they made a Z Fighter archetype where it only focused on the Z Fighter team and they all worked together. Kind of like how they have the Universe archetype where it's Universe 7 or Universe 8. For this one, it would be Z Fighters, where it'd be like, oh, if Yamcha is summoned, summon out of Tien, same level, and so on. I mean, that's just an example. But I feel like the Z Fighter archetype would work perfectly because it's Dragon Ball. Everyone knows Dragon Ball for the Z Fighters, the team that saved the world multiple times. You know, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, so on. I'm not going to list everyone, but yeah, I can list them all by hand or by heart. But I feel like the Z Fighter archetype would be really cool for Dragon Ball, and I think it would make other characters be usable in the game too, like Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu, and Krillin, and all that. So, on to the next one. Now, the next one, which is my second favorite, I'm not, again, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I'm not doing a top 5. This is just like one of my favorites that I wish they made. Now, the second favorite, the one that I want to see, is a Red Ribbon Army archetype. And why would I want to see that? It's because I really like the androids, and I tried making a android deck. It's all green. It does not work. I'm pretty sure that I'm just not using the right cards, but I just do not have a good android deck. But when I was making it, I came up with the idea for a Red Ribbon Army archetype, which works with Red Ribbon characters. So the androids, people from original Dragon Ball, so like General Blue, Android 1, if I'm not mistaken, the one that looked like the Terminator. You get Ader, which is Android 8. You get pretty much all the androids, all the Red Ribbon Army people. We do have Red Ribbon cards. We do have cards that list Red Ribbon in its title. We do have characters that are in the Red Ribbon, but they do not have an archetype for them. They're just Earthling or Android. And I really wish they had an archetype for Red Ribbon so you can actually use them more. I'm pretty sure there is no General Blue in the Dragon Ball Super card game either, as far as I know. But I feel like it would be cool to have another important antagonist group represented in Dragon Ball Super, because they were technically the first bad guys that Goku ever fought in the show. So I think it would be really cool to have a Red Ribbon archetype in Dragon Ball Super consisting of all the Red Ribbon Army characters. And yes, that would be including Android 21 or Android 20 or whatever her name is from Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Dr. Gero, because they are part of the Red Ribbon.
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good, nightmare to you.
Now, the one that I am most excited for to talk about is the Time Patroller archetype. Now, I know there are cards based around the Time Patroller arc, or the Demon World arc, which is why we have Mechikabura and Gravy, which is a demon. We have the two Tuffle looking twins, and we have Xeno Trunks, and we have Supreme Kai of Time. But what I don't see is the archetype for them. Now, there aren't a lot of Time Patroller characters to do an archetype for this, but what I can see is having like a special edition that Dragon Ball Super card game could release for like entrants or like characters from the actual game. They could take models for that and put it under the Time Patroller archetype and do stuff with that. I know that's a far stretch for that, but that'd be a cool idea. But for an actual archetype, I could see them doing like Time Patroller archetype. It would have Xeno Trunks, Supreme Kai of Time, all of that, and it would deal with like, I guess it would deal with warp, because in the game and with the Time Patrollers you're going through time portals and you're going through wormholes and all that, so it would technically deal with the warp mechanic. I don't really see it dealing with the wish mechanic, but you do get to summon Shenron in the game, but it's not a main mechanic. It's just a little side thing to boost yourself or get free stuff. So the main mechanic I could see it working with is either warp or probably swap, because in the little animations they do for Dragon Ball Super Heroes and the lore for that era, which is the Demon World with Mechikabura, is that they're bringing in people from different timelines and bringing them as Time Patrollers. So we have like Time Patroller Goten, we have Time Patroller Gotenks where they fuse, Time Patroller Vegeta, Goku, and all that. So it would either deal with warp or swap, where you would swap between different Time Patrollers. That is the main mechanic for that. I guess I should also talk about the main mechanics for all the other ones too, since now I have discussed about every archetype. So that would be the archetype for Time Patroller. Z Fighters would probably be Alliance, where you would switch a card and boost another card, because they were always helping each other out, giving each other energy and all that. That would probably be the main mechanic for that one. It would also be evolved because a lot of them can transform or boost up, because technically Piccolo has a transformation where he fuses with Nail and all that. Goku, Vegeta, Super Saiyan, obviously. Technically, if you think about it, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin could do Kaioken because they did train with King Kai, which is a little thing they touched on in Xenoverse, where Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha have the Kaioken transformation or power up. So that would be their mechanic. It would be Alliance, where they boost each other. For the filler and Otherworld arc, I can't really think of a mechanic that would work with them because they are just filler and Otherworld characters. They would probably just have abilities like auto abilities that work well with each other, or maybe they would have what is it called, the card that's kind of like leaders in Magic, the Unison cards. They would probably have a lot of Unison cards for the filler and Otherworld. I could also see a lot of leader cards based around Olibu or Paikon or even Grand Kai, where he works with all the other Kais. That'd be really cool. And that's about it. I guess the Red Ribbon Army archetype, I can't really say about that one. I guess that would be Absorb because of all the androids, or also Alliance, where they boost each other because they are only humans. They have to work together or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe a new mechanic could be introduced for the Red Ribbon Army called Command, where you, like, I don't know, something can be worked on like that, where like General Blue can command other cards to do this and that and all that. But I don't know. I can't really think of an ability that archetype could do. But that was my ideas for archetypes. I kind of just like rambled on it. I don't really have a script for this. This just came off the top of my head for me. This is just like ideas. This is a way for me to like spout ideas out for this channel. But these are like pretty much the 5 main archetypes I would kind of like to see in Dragon Ball Super Card Game. If they ever do plan on releasing other archetypes similar to the World Tournament event, where they all just work together and like they help each other in a certain way, because I thought that is a really cool thing to do for a card game. Instead of just summoning out stuff and attacking, you have to like match stuff and work together with other cards. So yeah, if you have any other ideas for like archetypes that could be put into the game, by all means, you know, type it down below or whatever, if anyone is even watching this. But yeah, this is just a little thing I wanted to do and talk about, just to get it off my mind, because I've had this idea for a while now about future archetypes and all that, besides Earthling, Saiyan, and all that nonsense. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. I know this was kind of like random and everything was all over the place and me talking and rambling, but you know, if I ever do something like this in the future again, I'll make sure to have a script. I just thought I should talk about this as fast as I could, in case, you know, someone else thought of the idea. But yeah, that's it for this video, and whatever comes next on this channel is whatever comes next, whatever card I can get a hold on, or what other topic I could talk about next. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.